You know, I think one of the toughest things in dealing with this this churn that I keep talking about and nobody's coming to save you is that we get drawn into this modern world. We get drawn into what Ivan Tyrrell calls a trance state, where, you know, high emotional arousal of fear and anger, it takes us into this primal state where we're just trying to survive, and our body goes into a sympathetic response, sympathetic nervous system of fight, flight, or freeze. And if you look around at what's happening with the election, if you look around at what's happening with politics, religion, race, you see people in this trance-like state. You see it on LinkedIn, you see it on YouTube. And the weird part is, it's a primal response. It's hundreds of thousands of years old. It's what we do when we become afraid for our survival. The primitive brain takes over. But that trance state of hyper focus where we're just trying to survive, you start to look like you don't trust yourself. You start to really just go inward, and you're only worried about your own survival, which of course makes it very difficult to lead others, makes it very difficult to connect with others. And that's what a lot of our divisionist leaders today count on. That's what they need. And one of the things that I talk a lot about in this book is you have to lead yourself first. Just like on an airplane when they tell you to put your own oxygen mask on first, you have to bring your own emotional temperature down. You have to reduce your own trance state. You have to come out of that trance. And a good way to do it is to just get out in nature where you can be still and where you can actually drop in and locate yourself in what's going on and get a sense of yourself. You can't make sense of things. You can't make sense of things in chaos. You know, to get out where the wild things are, to get back to where we come from. And the good news is, I mean, I'm not that far from Leesburg right now. We're not that far from DC, and here's the Appalachian Trail running right through here. And you don't need the Appalachian Trail to do it. You can find places that are sacred and off the beaten path where you can just get off the train and reconnect and plug into the natural world. And we've got to do it. We've got to put our own oxygen mask on first. That is the fastest way to decompress, to shake off the trance, to get out of that digital realm and back into the world that we actually live in, is to reconnect to the natural world. It is the fastest way. You can take your shoes off and just stand in the grass. You can get out in the woods and just listen to the birds. And I know it sounds cliche, but these are the things that we have to do to lead ourselves first. And if we don't do this, then we look like we don't trust ourselves, and there's no way anybody else is going to trust us. Right? We have to extract ourselves from the chaos and reinsert ourselves in the natural world where we can breathe, where we can listen, where we can feel our feet on the ground, locate 3 new things around us, get present and intentional, and then we start to open up. We start to become available to that higher thing that's out there. We start to become part of something again, and we start to find meaning.